What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV. And here we are again with another live broadcast. Why? Because I'm lonely and I missed you. So I figured, why not just go ahead and hit that little button right there that says live and get on there and talk to some of my friends and Cobros and Cobrettes and Dark by Design. Thank you for being first. All right, let's go ahead and roll the intro here, which is just an excuse for me to get a couple last things ready. We're going to have a guest on the show. He's a new No Man's Sky player, and we're going to have him on for a little bit. This is not going to be a really long show, but I'll see you guys on the other side.
You know about me and what I am, so let's get right to the point. Remember, I know what happens next.
What does it mean? I can't see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can't see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can't see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can't see the crimson eye.
Our demise is upon us, traveler. Prophecies have foretold the destruction of our universe. I encourage all travelers, interlopers, nomads, to repent our sins and embrace each other in this trying time. Our universe is about to be reset. Our homes destroyed. All creatures on every planet will be twisted and transformed into new forms and beings. Fear the Atlas, Luke 16, and all the forces that want to tear apart our fabric of what we think is our reality. The end is coming. The end is coming. Find a safe place and brace for impact. I hope we are all the same after the great reset.
What is going on, travelers, interlopers, traders, and farmers, and all you future PvP pirates and hub invaders, explorers, bounty hunters, pirates, and strange glowing entities? Viking, Korvax, no geck allowed. May the Atlas allow my voice to fall upon every strange ear, and that this space transmission reaches every galaxy and dimension. Tonight we are broadcasting from the Euclid Galaxy, somewhere deep in space. This is the evening show on Cobra TV. Call in and let's make contact. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV. Guys, this is a live broadcast. I wanted to come on and stream. I wanted an excuse to do so, just because I just missed you guys. I feel, and I'm going to explain why I've been streaming a lot lately. I feel like it's more intimate, and I don't mean that, in the dirty way. I just mean that I feel like I get a chance to be more interactive with you guys when we're live. And that's it's amazing. Now, I saw some people in the chat saying that we were offline, that I hit the wrong button. I don't think I did. I really don't think I did. I don't know. I think it's online. I looked on my other computer and it says we're streaming live. So there's that. I know that we don't have an actual schedule. The only thing that you guys know for sure is that we're going to be always live on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the only sure thing you guys know. Everything else is like completely random. I didn't give out any notification that I was going to go live today, and that's got to change. That's got to change. We need a schedule. And it's hard. It's hard because I work a very time-consuming job. But I want to go ahead and give a big old shout-out to Semtex, which I tried to ask you on Discord, Mr. Semtex, Mr. Sean Murray sounded like a little bit. And here is that's a link to his YouTube channel. I was offline for a bit. That's really strange. Really strange. That is Semtex's YouTube channel. We are looking at Semtex's gameplay. It's a 4-hour stream. My son has the PS4 at the moment, and let's see, he's playing Ark Survival Evolved. So I can't play No Man's Sky. I can't. Not right now. Yeah, buddy, I see it. Oh, yeah, big Popeye arms. Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do to avatars. That's not fair to that guy. That's not fair. So Stubborn Edge is asking if I'm going to go to the convention center today. I can't. I don't have the PS4, dude. I can't. We are going to be playing the game on our next live stream, which should be on Saturday. We're just going to be going through. We're going to be going to one of Swords Farms, and we're going to be gathering up some units, getting prepared for the update. Which I don't know. I get a feeling that the good multiplayer, and I say good because it's just an opinion, but I think the PvP is going to be in a separate mode, and maybe in normal mode you could have passive mode, but I think there's going to be a mode where it's just you're not able to turn it off. I don't know. That's just speculation. But it's Annika with the big arms. So I'm not sure if getting loaded up on units is going to matter. But I guess not doing so is not a good idea. So better safe than sorry kind of thing, right? So Sand Korean says your son's avatar probably looks like the Hulk combined with Popeye. Yes, it does. So yes, guys, Semtex gameplay on the screen at one of Swords Farms. This is one of Swords Farms. This is what you can get. Amazing stuff. You can get rich fast. You know, I'm thinking about doing one of those late night infomercials on how to get rich quick in No Man's Sky. That'd be a good idea. I'd have to make it look really corny. I'd have to make it look really annoying. One of those commercials that would come on that would last for like 20 minutes in the middle of what you were watching. No camera. Yes. We will bring that out. Maybe next stream when we go and play the game and go to Swords Farms. We're going to be having a special guest tonight. Let me see if I can take a look here. He goes by the name of Bruce Cooper, and he's a brand new to No Man's Sky. A brand new player. We're going to have him come on and talk about his experience. Okay. We're having some kind of weird hiccups. Let me close some windows. We're going to close some windows. We're going to put this place on lockdown here for a second. Close it all down. The studio is almost closed. We got Swords Farms by Panda Poopy. Panda. Come on the show, dude. Come on the show. What's wrong with you? Why are you sitting in that chat, man? What's wrong with you? Are you in the car? Are you in the car, Panda? All right. We're going to go ahead and get Bruce Cooper on the call. And I don't know, guys. I want to get his experience on No Man's Sky and the community and dealing with all that. And I also want to talk a little bit about I don't feel like I've gotten enough opinions on multiplayer and how they're going to implement it. I got a comment saying that multiplayer is already in the game. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. It's going to be improved upon. Yes. So their understanding and their opinion was they're just going to add the avatars to that the way it is and sync it with day and time and things like that. I don't know. I think they're going to go way above and beyond just adding avatars and seeking the time. But let's go ahead and get Bruce Cooper. Bruce, you there, buddy? Mr. Cooper. I had a teacher. His name was Mr. Cooper. You there? You there, Bruce?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy. Loud and clear. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Welcome to Cobra TV, man. Sean Sky actually put me in contact with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you, Sean. That's really cool of you.
Yes, very, very, very big thank you to Sean. Sean's been a viewer of the show for a long time. You could see him in comment sections on every No Man's Sky video that's out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
We just got a new Cobra, Tylerium. You guys and your names, man. Tylerium Gaming. Thank you for being a Cobra, joining the channel here, and actually joining the cult of the Atlas. That's right. We are a cult here of the Atlas. No, I'm just kidding. We're really not. Don't run away, Bruce. Don't run away. All right.
I love it.
So Bruce just started playing No Man's Sky recently. How long has it been? How long? When did you first start playing?
Man, I think so. I got the game. I actually pre-ordered the game, like probably most people here. But I hadn't played it. I played it at launch. I streamed it maybe twice and didn't really pick it back up. I set it down and then I didn't pick it back up again until like I want to say maybe 8 days ago.
Okay.
So there, that whole gap. I mean, I never did any research or anything. And it's weird, man. I woke up really early and I didn't know what game to play. I stream full time on Twitch. And a big struggle for me is finding a game to play. I couldn't think of one, and I don't know. No Man's Sky came into my mind, and it's been an obsession for 8 or 9 days.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
We got a donation from Marcel Bartz for $10. So you played it on launch. Thank you so much, Marcel Bartz. I really appreciate that. Hashtag that Cobra in the chat. So you played it at launch. And how did you feel when you played it? I mean, you're just like, oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I mean, I'd done some research beforehand. I thought, it was one of those unavoidable titles, right?
Right.
And I bought into the hype, and unfortunately, like a lot of other people, I never like voiced any sort of negative opinion on it. But I had really. It fell flat in my mind, but like most games that you're not necessarily disappointed in, but aren't as fun as you think they're going to be. All you can do is like hope and pray for updates, like that's all I could do. And yeah. Okay.
So you quit playing it. You're a little disappointed, which that's fine. And I'm very easy to please. Ask my wife. Very easy. Well, on certain things. She's staring at me right now. She just stared at the back of my. I felt that stare at the back of my head. Look, I'm talking about entertainment. I'm not. Whatever. We're not. We'll have a talk later. But what did you play in the meantime? So you said 8 or 9 days ago, you started playing again. So from launch, you played it a little bit, and then all this time, almost 2 years, you didn't play it. What were you playing in between then?
Man, just like literally just about anything. And I couldn't really find like my game, or my community. I'd always had a good time on Twitch. Twitch has been I've been extremely lucky streaming on Twitch. It's been great. But when you bounce around and you're a variety streamer, it's really hard to grow a community because you'll play a game for a little while, and people who are really into that game will come and want to hang out with you, and then you eventually get burnt out on the game and you switch to a new game, and those people get kind of disappointed. So I was on the front page of Twitch in April, and I was playing Sea of Thieves then. I played a lot of Minecraft. I played DayZ. I played PUBG. I played
a lot of open world games. Yeah,
open world survival type games.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, man, like what really opened my eyes to it. I have a buddy named Fractix, and he described No Man's Sky as like something like an atmospheric art project almost, or there's like a piece of art.
Yeah, right. It's a very ambient game.
Right. And then when I started seeing it as that's when my mind shifted. That's when it became really, really fun. Just getting lost in it, and it's easy to do.
Right. So how was that feeling from playing the vanilla version when it was released to popping it in, having all these updates load onto your game, and then boom, there's all this new stuff. How'd that feel? I mean, did it feel like a completely different game?
I'll be honest, man. I thought I had installed like mods or something. I had no idea. Like just even the way like the planets look and the way the like trees and rocks and caves, and it's so much better. So much easier to get into. But I'm jealous. I wish I was one of those OG. I wish I could see the shift, like I wish I remember it vaguely. But it's impossible. It's for me, it's impossible to put down now. It's not, I don't see how anyone could not like it.
You mentioned OG, and there's so many things you miss, dude. Like, I mean, okay. Yes. A lot of people make fun of the Portal era, where we were trying to figure out the portals and trying to crack the puzzle and things like that. But it's like, dude, that was so much fun trying to figure out. And we all knew that it could possibly not be a puzzle. We knew that, but we had to look into it anyway. And then the other thing was traveling the old way without using portals across the entire galaxy just to get to one place, the original galactic hub. And when you got there to that capital and you landed on that planet and you saw your first base that you've ever seen, someone else's base. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it.
Yeah.
I when I went on that planet, it's so difficult to get to the hub was difficult alone, but to get to the capital, one planet inside that massive region, right? To find that one planet, and then when you go on there and you see this large base for the first time, someone else's base, I screamed like a little schoolgirl, dude. It was so cool. And when I landed on that planet, this is icing on the cake. When I landed on the planet, there were large Diplos on that planet.
Oh, wow.
And in the video, I jump on one of them and I get on the back and I'm riding on one of the back going, woohoo! It's just freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
But yeah, man, I mean, those memories, and some of those, I talk about it being positive, but a lot of that was very hard to go through. A lot of that was very hard to, people would just seek out your stream just to put you down for playing the game.
Oh, no doubt.
And so that was difficult alone. And, I did some crimes, talking back to some of those people that I shouldn't have. Yeah. I should have just ignored them. So yeah,
you're passionate about it, man. Like no one can blame you for that.
Yeah.
But
well, it's
I get you.
Attack the game. Don't attack me.
Yeah. For sure. I will say though, man, like somebody who does play a lot of games, it streams a lot of games. I've never seen or experienced a community quite like the No Man's Sky community. People like Sean, who, I mean, like he set this whole thing up for me. All I had to do was be there, like people have come in and hosted or rated and just shown such a Twitch can be kind of a cutthroat place, and you know, a lot of streamers don't want to see you do better because they feel like you know, you're stepping on their toes or whatever. And the No Man's Sky community has just been the opposite of that, and it's amazing, man. I am so grateful.
The thing is, I want this community to be as large as possible, and when I have people come on the show, it's Lorigan, thank you so much for the donation. It says good morning to all the Cobros and Cobrettes in the chat. Thank you so much, Lorigan. What I want is for people when they come on the show, it's almost a given. You have to plug your channel, right?
Right.
Yeah. And the other day we went and did a raid on Ashinda, and that felt so good. She was so excited when we went over there. She just was giggling. She couldn't talk. She couldn't even aim her. You know, she couldn't even shoot the asteroids anymore because she was just so excited. It was amazing.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. So this is the place. If like, you know, like if you come on the show, you have to plug a channel. You have to plug your Twitch. You have to plug anything you want because that's the rule here on Cobra TV.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I
hope you don't think I'm like, you know, I'm just a fan of the game. I want to meet as many people in the game that I can. I want to meet as many people in the community as I can. I want to do it the right way. You know, I just, it's had such a positive impact on me.
So you're on Twitch, right?
I am. Yeah.
Do me a favor. We gotta get your link in the chat there.
Okay.
So, or is it easy to just look up by typing your URL?
Will it kick me out if I post a link?
It's not going to kick you out, but it probably won't let you.
Okay, it's just twitch.tv/Bruce Cooper.
Bruce
BRUC. Yeah, Bruce Cooper. Just like it shows up in Discord.
Okay.
Without the space, obviously.
All right. So Bruce Cooper, Twitch, you guys know the rest of you / stuff like that. Bruce Cooper.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, for sure. We'll try and get your link too, and I'll put it in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. I just like being here, you know?
Yeah, man. So we've had a wild ride, and you know, we're all on that exciting edge right now, waiting for that multiplayer to come out, you know, that full-fledged, fleshed out multiplayer.
Yeah,
so
man, like I've been staying up all night doing research multiple days. You know, a lot of hearsay. I'm fully invested and extremely excited. The only thing that I'm getting married 4 days after the update. So it's kind of like my fiance, who's extremely supportive. She's the one who allows me to do this. She's like, should we, you know, should we push it back? And I'm like, no, we gotta get married, you know, like, but she's like, yeah.
What a story.
July is gonna be a crazy month. I'm looking so forward to it.
What a story that would be. We pushed back our wedding because of No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to give a big shout out to Radio Caravan in the chat for donating to the super chat, saying greetings from a Cobret. Thank you so much for being here. Hashtag that Cobret in the chat, guys. Radio Caravan. Sword, I see Sword in the chat, and we were mentioning community and things like that. Sword is another one of those pillars in our community. He creates these farms that you could go to his farm and get rich just by taking what he's farming and going into the terminal and selling it. And it's a service he's providing for people to hurry up and get piled up on units, so that way we have units when the game comes out, because every time the game or update comes out, there's something new to buy. Prices go up on certain things, and Sword does this, and he's got these extensive farms. They're amazing, and you could get rich in one afternoon. I'm talking billions of dollars.
Wow.
Units, billions of units in one afternoon. It's not a glitch. It's not an exploit. It's a farm, and you can take from his farm. And what's really cool, he doesn't ask anything in return for doing this. He's not making any money doing it. He's not getting any fame doing it. He's not coming on the show saying, I want you to plug my show, and in return, I'll give you farm addresses. He's not doing any of that. He's spending his time doing it for the community, and he's spent a lot of time doing it too.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So yeah, community, very good community here.
Yeah, man, I'm blown away constantly. Even like you'll tweet something out and people just like look at they'll like search tweets just on No Man's Sky and provide you advice and stuff. And you just don't find that. I have never found that with any other game. And I've played a lot of games, like nothing has come close to it. It's and I'm very new, like, I'm very new into the story, and no one's spoiling anything for me. When I stream it, I tend to like, if I know it's going to be kind of like an important question, we'll kind of answer it together, and no one's trying to screw me over or send me down the wrong way. At least I don't think. But I can't. I get giddy about it because I can't talk about, thank the community enough. 3 years, and it's, searching kind of for that game and that community, and to finally find it feels really good.
Yeah, it does. And to say something about the community, I don't think, and this is just speculation, but I don't think we would be as close as we are if we hadn't gone through those toxic times. Because a lot of us had to kind of group together and defend each other on other videos. You know what I mean? Like, we came on each other's shows, talked about, not defending the game, but just defending our channels, period. And if I would see toxic comments in somebody else's video from somebody else about that person who was streaming, I would jump in and I would defend that person. And I think that's what made us closer together. It kind of forged this community of, all right, guys, these are tough times. It's on fire. There's a fire. Let's get together. Let's put it out. Let's be back to back like Contra. That's what it reminds me of. I mean, Contra. Yeah, Cobra 4s. But I think that's it. Saying that out loud instead of just thinking it makes it more real. That the toxicness is what built us as strong as we are.
And you guys are, you are an extremely strong community, and it's really like that sort of thing happens. The toxicity can make a community closer, but I think what makes it different is the No Man's Sky community has still been open to new players like myself. A lot of times, obviously you're a lot of communities will kind of, we are the size that we are, go away sort of thing. And No Man's Sky is just, it's brought a lot. Even my friends, I have probably 7 or 8 friends who've picked the game up in the last 8 days just because I've been playing it. They've kind of seen the magic of it, and it's a lot of impact.
Right. Oh, we got a new subscriber. We've got Dryagon. Dryagon. Thank you so much, buddy, for subscribing and becoming a Cobra and joining the cult of the Atlas. Hope that doesn't scare people away. It's not a real cult.
Awesome. Sounds cool.
It's not a real cult. We've been accused of being cult-like, and that's kind of the running joke. The reason why I say this is the cult of the Atlas, because people have said that the No Man's Sky fan base is like a cult.
No, not like a cult, man. No, more like a cult than anything else,
Right.
If it is, I don't know how to answer that.
Well, I guess, I don't know. What's a cult by definition?
Right.
I guess we're super fanboys, and I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm a fanboy. Everybody's a fan of something.
Life's more fun that way, man.
Right. We got Torque Gaming. Dude, that is a really cool name. I like Torque Gaming. Thank you for subscribing, buddy, and becoming a Crobo and joining the cult of the Atlas. Clint, thank you for joining the cult of the Atlas. Thanks, guys. Sometimes I think they make me do that repeatedly like that. Some people just unsubscribe and resubscribe and see how many times I'll do that. Let's see. So we've got some people waiting to get on the show. So let's go ahead and take some callers. If you want, you can stay on the line with me and just kind of guest co-host with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's see. Jake is one of our. Now, last time we had some audio problems with Jake. So let's see if that's fixed. We'll get Jake in here and see if he wants to talk. Sometimes he just likes to come on and just sit. So we'll see. Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Uh-oh, that's really loud. That's really loud. Stubborn Ninja,
Yes.
I know you're a subscriber. Don't do that.
Yeah, Cobra, I'm doing fine.
That's good, buddy.
The Galactic Hub.
What about the Galactic Hub?
I'm gonna kill half the players in it. Like when
Wait,
next
wait,
releases.
wait. Hold on. Wait. You know, Jake, I'm gonna make that a clip. You know, I'm gonna make that a clip. You just DNA Genetics. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a Cobra. Wait a minute, and joining the cult of the Atlas. Jake, Beatles Eat. Thank you so much for joining the cult of the Atlas. Joining the cult of the Atlas. Beatles internally. All right, guys. I'm not going to do that. Hold on. Let me talk to the. Oh my goodness, family friendly YouTube. You're a subscriber. Don't you dare do that. Okay, now they're messing with me. All right, Jacob.
Hey, look, I'm gonna kill half the players in the Galactic Hub. I have perfect reasons for that. And that is
Why?
because, like, now, right, in the Galactic Hub, there are still solar systems, right, that are getting explored. There'll be a big spike in players, so within a day, all of the Galactic Hub will be explored. So when next releases, I'm going to kill half of the players in the Galactic Hub. The Galactic Hub can live on, and there can still be explored planets.
You sound like a little mini villain.
Perfectly balanced, like
Where-
all things should be.
Jacob.
Watch out for this guy.
Is this about General Lokar?
Oh, is that war guy?
Or
That guy was an idiot.
or are you General Lokar?
No, I don't know who that is. That's that guy who wanted war.
Wait, you
isn't
just
it?
said he's an idiot, but then you just said you don't know who he is. I think you're General. I think you're Mr.
know,
Dr. Evil.
No, that's the guy who wants like the war for like loads of dumb reasons. That's the guy's a fool. I could actually kill half the players.
All right,
The Cub.
so you want war for a reason. You think there's too many people, and you just want to kill them to balance it out.
So we can have places to explore Galactic Hub still. The next, and all the Xbox players join. It's just easy kills for me. So they'll start off with new equipment. I have 3 S-class fully upgraded ships. You have a 34 slot.
Jacob, I think you need to get closer to your Wi-Fi or something. You're cutting out pretty bad. Family friendly YouTube, just subscribe, donated to the super chat saying you're awesome, Cobra. You are too, buddy. You are too, man. Thank you so much.
Cobra.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it.
You left off with murdering a bunch of people because you want planets to. Why don't you just start your own hub?
Like, I have 3 fully upgraded S-class spaceships, fully combat, so I want to use them. With S-class freighter, I want to use that.
Okay. Well, then why don't you help us fight General Lokar?
He won't do anything. Like, he's a weakling.
Oh, look, General Lokar's in the chat. He said, I like this guy's attitude. Okay. We got Dr. Evil in the chat. Oh, wait. We got Dr. Evil in the chat, and we got Mini-Me on the call.
But seriously, though, there won't be peace in the Euclid Galaxy. Let's be real. Like, the Xbox players are just going to join this. Are just going to buy this game that don't know about the entire community. And when these Xbox players encounter a player, they're just going to kill the player. Yeah, so all of the people, like, I'd say like 90% of the people who buy the game on Xbox are probably just going to kill every player they encounter. They won't know about this entire, community, the hubs and everything. So
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. You got some big aspirations there.
Think we'll still be limited to 16 people?
We just raptured Ivy Mike into the chat.
Oh, yeah, that was mid-conversation too. What's up, everybody?
What's going on,
what's
buddy?
the robot?
Oh, having
Yeah.
fun, man. Having fun.
That's
Talking
good.
about multiplayer.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Do I sound like a robot?
Wait, I sound like a robot. Hear that? Ooh. I don't know what's going on. We're not dropping frames.
Cobra, do you know how to change the region of your Discord server?
No.
You'll have to go into the server settings. If you change the region to a different region, it typically fixes this bug.
Okay, under what? Under server settings, under what?
You'll see like a little like a region section on the right hand side.
Okay, it says
Um,
US Central. So I
yeah,
guess that's
just change it to the closest one to US Central. It'll refresh the Discord. Like I think it'll disconnect and then reconnect, but very quickly.
okay.
All right, are you there?
All right. Yep.
Yeah, you sound a lot better to me.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh
sounds good
wow,
here.
it does sound better. That's crazy. All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we got Ivy Mike on the call. Ivy Mike, you said you were talking about multiplayer. We got Dr. Evil to chat. We got Mini Me on here. Jacob who wants to kill. He wants to kill everybody in the Galactic Hub. And
Balance.
yeah, he wants to bring
man.
he wants to bring balance. But General Lokar in the chat, he wants to bring peace, but he doesn't think that there's peace now for some reason. So he wants to mess it up a bit and then bring peace.
That guy's
Yeah,
like an idiot. Let's be real. Like he's just like peace, mate. You can't even kill each other in the game. What are you talking about?
You know, my excitement is really for permadeath in when you have multiplayer, because then each and every life is truly gonna mean something. If you take out someone that has invested so much time and energy, and it wipes their permadeath save like it does now. I mean, I don't know if that will be a thing, but if it is, it's going to be a whole different dynamic to permadeath that is super exciting to me.
Right.
Good idea.
Ivy, have you played much like DayZ or any other kind of once you die you're out games?
I mean, Fortnite,
Right.
that type of thing, but not extensively.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like if permadeath was introduced to the multiplayer update.
Yeah, I'm really curious if it's going to be a option for each game mode they currently have, or if it will be just a whole new game mode on itself.
I think it will. At
Be
least
a separate game mode
yeah. That's
with
my
only
opinion.
one difficulty setting, or
What difficulty setting? I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think if we had the option to, go into passive mode, if everybody was in passive mode and Sean said that we could prey on others to survive, I don't think that would be true if everybody's on passive mode. So I really think that in normal mode that we play now, yeah, there might be passive mode, but I think there's going to be a new mode that is a persistent universe, all bets on the table, PvP included.
And if you don't want a
About
PvP,
it.
you just fly away as far as you can or something.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, the game's huge. No one's ever going to find you unless you make your portal address known,
Right.
make it public. So that's
The settings.
what's that?
You can just turn it off in the settings of the game.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. I don't know how they're going to do it. I kind of don't. It's a double-edged sword. I'd love to keep my normal save and turn on multiplayer in the save I have now, but at the same time, I could see how it's not fair that I have a huge freighter and all S-class ships right off the bat, and then all these new people are going to be joining in that have to start from scratch.
Right.
This kind of goes back to what Jake was talking about. Do you think that there's a possibility of like cross-platform multiplayer, or do you think each platform is going to have its own?
They would have to do a complete 100% wipe of all saves if they were to go true cross-platform, because if I'm on the same planet on PC and someone else is living on that same planet, even at the same base location on PS4, and all of a sudden they combine the universes, who gets that planet,
Right, exactly.
that's not going to happen, though, is it?
I wish they would go cross-platform. I actually went out and I bought I'm a huge PC player. I've been playing PC since launch, and I just bought a PS4 because of Next coming, because I want to play with all the other friends in the GetNip gang. So,
Right. Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna take some callers that I don't recognize, because I often have people on here that they're repeat guests, and I see a couple new names tonight. So we're gonna get some of those people on, and so we're gonna rapture Crimson.
Yeah, it definitely would be.
Crimson, you have been raptured into the subcast. Wow, who's that?
Thanks, Cobra.
How you doing, buddy? Crimson? Crimson.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
how's it?
All right. Oh, Jacob, is that you? I am not the Galactic Hub, and neither are the people in the chat. Quit trying to kill everybody.
Talking about that's not me. I'm just
Not me either, Cobra. Not me.
me. Like, it's not me at all. Like, it's perfectly fine. Like,
Jacob,
honestly,
yeah,
That's
what are you
you,
talking
Jake,
about?
something up with your mic,
Jacob,
Jake. Something's
that's
up with
you.
your mic.
that's you, Jacob.
I'm just joking. It's fine.
All right. Sorry, everybody out there wearing headsets.
Headphones,
Earbuds.
yeah.
Jacob, I'm gonna have to kick you. I have to, if you keep doing it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'll
buddy.
stop.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. Crimson, how you doing, buddy?
Good, actually.
That's good, man. That's good. It's a pleasure having you on the show, dude. What's on your mind?
Now, I'm seeing a lot of interest on YouTube and Reddit and places like that for things like wars as soon as Next drops. So I'm kind of interested in that.
You're kind of. I'm sorry. I was reading the chat, dude. I very deeply apologize. What?
No problem. I was just saying that I've seen some interest on places like Reddit and YouTube for things like wars.
Yeah,
Factions
yeah.
when Next drops.
General Lokar is he's one of those people that are getting that kicked up, and there's a couple of other ones too. There's also a shield going around that I tweeted out as well that I'm part of, and anybody that follows the channel here is allowed to be a part of it as well, to kind of protect and go to war with some of these people who are trying to create just chaos. You know, like if there's hubs getting attacked. Look, we don't even know what PvP entails, right?
I know.
So, you know, there's all this talk, and it's a good point that I wanted to bring up. We don't know what this means. Like, to prey on others might be to steal from someone else's backpack, or it might be able to. Yeah. So we don't know what this means. We're just assuming that it
Do
means.
you think there'll be more than 16 players per system going into next?
I hope so. I really
Me
hope
too.
they didn't downgrade it down to 4.
I'm hoping it's that. I'm hoping that it's 42. Now that that's the new number that Emily's talking about.
Did you hear what L Place said? L Place thinks that there will be and to multiple squads. There could be like 4 people playing, right, as a squad, and
Mhm.
that squad could encounter another.
Yeah, we talked about that as well. Yeah, yeah, because there's no reason why I don't think they would drop from 16 down to 4. Period. So I think the 4. Well, you know what? I've also said this too. If you go look at, I think Sea of Thieves on Xbox on the store, it says 2 to 4 players, but we all know there's more.
4 per
Right, that's for your party.
Squad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had a question kind of relating to that. It's been something I've been thinking about. Like, if I had a friend who wanted to, if we wanted to explore together, and that instance that we were in had, say, 16 people already, would me and my buddy be pushed to like a new instance of the same part of the galaxy? Like, how would that work, do you think?
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a tweet for Sean Murray right there.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, like if we are able to, you know, get somewhere and there's already, say, me and 15 other people, are they just gonna disappear? Like, what's the, you know? Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to use the portals to travel. I think that's why they were added in, because the portals were supposed to be, when it was originally designed, originally talked about, just a way to take you to a planet closer to the center of the galaxy,
Right.
to explore to get some stuff and come back through it. But it changed when they finally introduced it to the game. It changed to where it's a way to get a quick
Fast
travel.
is how they.
Yeah, it's like fast travel
Right.
to another
Do you
planet.
think we'll be able to take our ships with us?
I think so. It'll be like this is speculation, but I think it'll be like Terminus. Use Terminus and your ship goes with you. You go through a portal and your ship just comes with you.
Remember, actually, I have a really good theory. Do you know those things that were added in 1.3? The big circular structure.
Right. You think we can fly through those?
Yeah, I think we could fly through those instead. That would make more sense.
Yeah. That's also another possibility as well.
You
I think
think?
I think there's more story coming for the Sentinels, and those circular structures actually have a lot of Sentinel lore to them. So it could be the way that they're coming into the worlds.
I love the lore. That's my favorite lore in the game from those circles when they talked about the exosuit and the voice and how it knows when you save and it smells when you it's very very creepy.
I love it. Yeah, we did 3 years of extensive videos about the lore.
Yeah.
Very
But
cool stuff.
like we were saying before, with the portals when they introduced them, it did kind of cheapen travel, and it used to be you had to really devote time and energy to get somewhere. So if you can just get anywhere now with your ship, I feel like that's going to cheapen it even more.
Right.
No one's going to have to do anything to get anywhere around,
But see, the cool thing with No Man's Sky is it has so many, I mean, countless different ways you can play the game and so many different things. Like, I'm not a farmer. I don't farm anything. I don't care about planting a single thing. That's a part of the game I skip over entirely.
Guy down that living glass there, Cobra.
Yes. Yeah. Or you could just go to sword. Just go to sword.
Yeah.
But if they're okay, so we're talking about fast travel, about a cheapening. It did, but at the same time, I see people all the time still traveling to other locations. Jacob, please stop. I see people traveling the old way to locations instead of using the portals. So it's also one of those features that you can choose not to use. Like a lot of people choose not to call their ship, because right now you can walk for hours and then be like, I don't want to walk all the way back, and just call your ship. If you have enough plutonium, boom, it's there. And there's a lot of people who refuse to use that. There's even people who play the game with no HUD. Can you imagine that?
Oh yeah.
No HUD.
So, like, as a new player, which I am, when I originally got the game 2 years ago, what sold me on it was that there was this very small possibility that I would see another player, like, albeit extremely rare, and it probably wouldn't happen, but I would love for that possibility to now be a real possibility. I'm more of a solo player. But when like the NPCs fly over you and you can hear them, like, I would love if that didn't happen only, or if that only happened when potentially another player was landing on the same planet as me. I know it would probably be extremely rare, but I just hope they don't take that aspect of away too much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, it would be something else they have to make the hubs. They have to make it so there's something to do in the hubs, and if we're going to congregate together and people are going to make these big colonies, there's got to be a reason for them to stay.
Right.
And then imagine being a traveler that doesn't want to be a part of that, but going and getting to the Galactic Hub and seeing like this busy, economy or this busy thing happening that all these people are working together towards, and going to visit that, and then doing that for a little bit, but then going back into your solitude at your base.
That's exactly what I want.
Oh, it'd be so amazing.
I want to get as far out as I possibly can and have somebody eventually find me out there and go, wow, like, why did this guy go so far away, or find a base I built really far out? Like, that really excites me. I hope that aspect stays in.
Oh yeah.
Did somebody get the ban hammer? I hope somebody didn't ban Lokar. Who got banned? I'm not sure. Nat Hammer. Oh, somebody got banned. Who got banned, Natalie? If it's Low Car, bring it back. Oh no, Low Car's in the chat. I don't know who got banned. You know,
Wow,
guys,
we had a troll. We haven't had a troll in forever.
yeah, we should have just picked. No, I'm sorry. See, that's the old me. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, guys, like I think the portals, the reason why they were changed is because of the future implementation of full multiplayer. I felt that when Atlas Rises came out. I'm like, this is fast travel. This is a way we can get to each other quick, really fast. The only thing I would like to see change with the portals is how much of a grind it is to get the portal glyphs. Like for the new Xbox players, if that is the reason, or that is the way we're going to be able to travel to our friends, you can't have the new players go through that.
Go 40 hours without having the glyphs.
Yeah. I mean, there's ways you can get them really quick now. But again, this is going to be Xbox. It's not going to be the PS4 server. So those TOG guys who set up the planet where you can get all the glyphs in about 60 minutes, that doesn't exist on the Xbox yet. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that grind for the glyphs, at least that part kind of eased up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cuzwalt's saying no one was banned. I guess they're just saying Natalie's here and she's got the hammer. Okay. All right. Oh no, somebody's saying the troll got banned. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even gonna look at the chat. I start reading the chat and then I can't concentrate on two things at once. Let's go ahead and rapture somebody else here real quick. We got Sean Sky in the chat, but I don't know if he wants to come on because he's got his mic muted. So we're gonna get Semtex. We're gonna get Semtex in here because we're using his game footage on the screen right now. Semtex, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, hello, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Sorry, you pulled me. I was listening to someone chatting away there, and then just got dragged straight in. Hello.
Oh, man.
Hi, bud. This is our resident Sean Murray. Sometimes he can sound exactly like him.
Well, yeah. No, not really. Okay, if everyone says so. Yeah. So, what's the subject? Sorry, I was involved in the conversation over there and wasn't able to actually listen to the stream while I was conversating.
We've got Bruce Cooper on the call. He's I guess you could say he's a new No Man's Sky player. I mean, he bought it at launch. He played it. He was one of the people that were a little bit disappointed and didn't play it until just 9 days ago. And he's like,
oh wow,
yeah, he's like super stoked. He's floored by how the community is, and he's come on the show here to, kind of talk about that.
That first month of playing, I wish I could have that back.
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to enjoy 1.0. I think that a lot of the things that have kind of come in have kind of been a bit handholdy, if I'm completely honest. And
I hear that a lot.
It takes away a little bit from kind of Sean's vision of the game. Anyway, well, that's my opinion from what all the interviews and everything that I watched back in the day, kind of thing. I think he wanted it to be more kind of like you have to learn and decide and do all of that stuff rather than sort of necessarily have story missions that sort of handhold you to all of the mechanics.
Right. Semtex, I want to interrupt you real quick. We have another special guest. The young lady we did a raid on yesterday is in the call here. Ashenda, how you doing? Oh, Ashenda left. She got shy.
Oh.
We'll see if we can get her back. Hold on. Let's see if we can get her back. Maybe she pushed the wrong button.
To Bruce as well for coming back, dude. Welcome to the community. Honestly, it's incredible. You're gonna love it.
Ashenda, you there?
Man.
Okay, I think Ashenda's having a bit of problems. It sounded like I just cursed. Ashenda is having a bit of problems. So we'll see about getting her in a little bit. Are you, Bruce, and it's okay to be honest, are you one of the people that maybe put a review up somewhere about No Man's Sky?
I promise you I did not do that.
Okay.
However,
if you were, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's what they're there for. But one of the things we like to see is when people come back to the game, they're like, wow. It's like one of the things please go back. If you feel differently, try and do a different review. You know, let's see if we could change that review. Don't do it. Don't change your review if you're not honest. I mean, be honest. Be honest. You know.
No, man, absolutely. Where I worked for a tech company when the game first launched, and so obviously, like, everybody was very excited about it. I remember people took a week off when the game launched at my last job, and a lot of them were extremely not. I feel like people get more upset because their friends get upset. You know, like, they're very influenced by their surroundings when it comes to this. So it was like a snowball going uphill, and then when the game launched, it was like the snowball going down the hill. You know, it was like
good. Yeah.
It's like it. There was no way to.
It never made it over the peak.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it went up and then it went down, and it was just as the momentum going down was just as fast as the momentum going up, sort of thing. And you know, I honestly I knew there was something there. You can't, if you're the type of person who gets giddy when you fly into the atmosphere, like the screen goes pink and like it almost like your desk starts shaking, then you'll love No Man's Sky. If that sort of thing isn't that big of a deal to you, then you probably aren't going to be impressed with it at launch, you know?
Right.
And like, I always was really impressed with that, but I played a lot of Elite Dangerous. I played some Star Citizen, like, you know, like it was the space or exploration games I really liked. But no, I didn't really leave like I wasn't negative about it at the beginning. I just stopped playing it because it wasn't. Right.
And I just want to state that that's not wrong to leave a negative review if you didn't like it. That's not wrong. But it's always good that when I see people in the chat say, or not in chat, well, sometimes in the chat, but on Twitter or stuff like that, they go, I did a re-review on No Man's Sky. I just played it and hadn't played it since launch. And that's cool. It takes a lot for someone to do that, you know, to go back and re-review it, leave a new review or change a review or whatever, and go out in public and say, hey, I like it now. I changed my review. I think it's cool.
Totally. I like to surround myself with those kinds of people because they're willing to stay open-minded, you know, like they're willing to admit that their opinion had changed. And I think a lot of people, specifically in the gaming community, once they dislike something or once they hate something, man, it's like they're going against their
the view.
It's like they're going against their family when they say that they don't want, you know, that they've changed their mind on it or something. So
yeah, you know, we did this. Speaking of, there's another thing the community did. The No released this very toxic video, whether it's joking or not only attacked the game, but it attacked the community as well. You know, like saying there's only 5 of us, and congratulations to all of you who are excited about the next update, all 5 of you. So
I think I saw that.
Yeah, there's other crazy things they said, and I asked everybody to do a comment raid, positive, be positive, don't be negative, kill them with kindness, kind of thing, and they did. Although they did dislike the video, I think it got up to almost 1,000 dislikes, but everybody left positive comments. And then their next video where they talked about No Man's Sky, written by the same guy and hosted by the same guy, was completely without opinion and was, you know, he wasn't disrespectful whatsoever. So I really feel that the No Man's Sky fan base actually showed the No, hey, there's more than 5 of us. Please be respectful, at least to us.
Totally.
Cobra power.
That's right.
That
and
was amazing.
I've said it 1,000 times, even tonight. Like, I've never been taken in so well. I've never, you know, everybody has just been so incredibly nice that it's impossible to not be, like, you know, smitten by it almost. It's like I love the community so far just as much as I love the game.
Right.
Yeah, it's unlike any other gaming community out there.
It's really not. Crazy.
It's
we got
almost
Curtis.
the absolute opposite of the vast majority of communities when you really look at it. It's really strange.
Yeah,
it is. We got Curtis joining the show. Curtis, how you doing, buddy? Curtis. Curtis. Vargur. Curtis. All right, so we don't have Curtis. It sounds like his mic
I
is
love
on.
the echo, by the way, Cobra. It's so awesome.
Vargul, you there? I think he's on a delay or something. I'm not sure. All right, we'll leave him parked right there. We'll see what happens. I'm going to rapture one more person.
Good. Cobra, how are you?
Curtis?
Yes, Cobra.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me? Curtis?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. I'm waiting for that ARG to kick back up so we can get those other 2 videos.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been waiting very impatiently.
Do you think it's going to be a more of the same animation, just like maybe with more movements, maybe with like doing a dance or something crazy?
We could maybe get some ships or maybe
Yeah.
a different version of the avatar with some different apparatuses or shoulder pads or whatever, maybe showing or hinting of customization. I don't know. I don't know what the other 2 videos could be, but I guess since the first one was about the game itself, showing us the avatar, I imagine the other 2 will be about the game as well. If not, I'll be disappointed.
Well, yeah, it's got to be, right? I mean, even Sean said in the interview that as we quickly approach the release of No Man's Sky next, hopefully we'll be able to bring you more concepts or more ideas, more content of what's to come.
Right.
He said that in the interview. So yeah, I'm speculating that as these puzzles get solved, that we're gonna see some more content of what's going to be next. That's my speculation. Yeah, absolutely.
It would
Did you
be
guys
really
talk
cool
about?
because
Oh, sorry. Did you guys talk about what you think's we're gonna see at E3?
Well, I was really getting ready to mention that 505 Games has 3 booths at E3, or 3 rooms or something like that, 3 conference rooms. And 505 Games, they publish other games too. So because they're there doesn't necessarily mean that it's No Man's Sky, but I would think that Microsoft's not going to let, Microsoft and 505 Games are not going to let this opportunity pass them by to represent the game in some way, shape, or form, even if it's small, even if it's, hey guys, next release is July 24th on Xbox. Here's a trailer. Boom. That's it. I mean, something. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get something at E3.
Oh, I hope we get a trailer. If we get a trailer, that'll be so good.
It's in what, a week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was
11th.
June.
I think it's the 11th. I think.
Oh shit! That's the day after my birthday. Sorry, I didn't mean.
Oh wow! Happy early birthday!
Didn't mean to swear. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. It happens.
My bad.
Yeah, E3 actually starts June 10th. 505 Games might have their conference or their live cast on June 11th. I'm not sure when we're going to see Hello Games, but it runs from June 10th through June 12th. Yeah.
Great.
Or maybe Sean Murray will burrow another hole.
Yeah.
I know his way.
He went to the States for a 9-minute interview. Why wouldn't he go to the States for an E3 presentation?
Well, yeah, exactly. And I mean, he I don't know that he necessarily wants to leave it in the sole hands of 505 Games or Microsoft. It's his baby, so he's going to want to represent his product, right? At least that's my belief. As a developer, I would, if I was standing behind a game, I'd want to make sure that I was there representing it.
Showing up on the Xbox stage is one thing, because no one really knows you there. But you go back to E3, it's a different audience.
Yeah,
it would be perfect though, wouldn't it, for Sean to drop a trailer and then just drop the mic and just let everyone go nuts and it turn it round. It would be the perfect ending to this whole sort of No Man's Sky story.
I almost half imagine that maybe Sean wouldn't go, because being in a big crowd like that, you might get a bunch of boos. So maybe we can expect a video of Sean Murray instead.
Yeah, that makes sense. That really does. Because Sean's quite a timid guy as well.
We're going for about another 10 more minutes. We're gonna take another caller. We're gonna take somebody I don't recognize. Urban Murder. I'm scared, but Urban Murder. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming on Cobra TV.
Holy shit.
There you go. There's an interest, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, fucking it. Literally the first time I hopped into the Discord and the fucking YouTube, and I come barreling in here. Sweet.
It's awesome to have you on, man. What's on your mind, dude?
Well, I guess more along the lines of like I kind of hope that the economy is like EVE Online in the sense that it's like completely player controlled.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be like I think that would be awesome. A lot. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer of the group, but I kind of don't give a shit about like customization of like your suit and stuff like that. Like your starship, I can understand, but that's about it.
Right. Do you think we're going to be able to see third person, or do you think they're just going to stick with first person?
I kind of hope that they do like what Ghost Recon Wildlands does, where you can just switch in and out when you want to, or when you need to, or like if you're using the mining tool or whatever, that's when it'll pop you out or pop you in.
Yeah, I can see that actually. You know, I really hope to see third person on their ships most of all.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Right.
You know, Cobra, I had some speculations about the multiplayer aspect of what's coming. You know, I think that for PvE, player versus environment, I think we'll continue to see that carry over into normal mode. Just because there's people out there that don't want to play PvP. I think they might revamp or fine-tune survival mode a little bit, and then that'll be your, you know, PvE game mode. I don't know if they're going to add a soul-specific mode just for multiplayer, because I mean, we already have a mess load of modes already. We've got, you know, normal mode, and we've got creative mode, and we've got survival and permanent.
Right.
So we're gonna tack on another mode. Before you know it, your selection screen is going to become a little messy.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree.
So I think he might streamline it. I mean, and that's what survival mode's all about, right? It's about surviving. So that would be perfect for them to maybe balance that and tweak it a little bit, and then leave survival as your hardcore PvPers.
That's a good point as well. And if you think about it, you bring up a good point. There's multiplayer already. It's already in the game. It's on every mode. So why change anything? You know, it's like just add the features, the new optimization, the new fully fleshed out multiplayer, and just it's already got a server.
Right.
So yeah. I agree. But maybe to where the only thing I would say is maybe a normal person, a normal mode can't go and see a person in survival. Because it'd be harder for that person in survival if there is PvP to survive that interaction if it becomes toxic. Or if they can see each other, then that's where it's an automatic passive mode. For somebody normal, he can't kill that person in survival.
Well, I think normal, yeah. And I mean, even now, I'm going to see you in survival. I think I only see you in normal.
No, you can see everybody in every mode.
Oh, yeah, for the multiplayer, yes, you can't see their base if it's a different mode, but you can see the player.
Yeah.
So you know, even if that's an issue, right? If you go back, and I brought this up in the subcast chat the other day, the Alice 102. World of Warcraft handled PvP really well, and it's not the only game out there that does it. There's others, but I mean, you almost have to start looking at No Man's Sky as a multiplayer game. Even though it feels like a solo playing game at times because everything is so vast and distant, it really is at the core a multiplayer game because everybody's playing at once on one server, right? So what World of Warcraft did was they allowed you to flag yourself as PvP, and as long as you were flagged as PvP, you opened yourself up to being attacked by non-PvPers.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as non-PvPers attacked you, those non-PvPers became PvP. Now, you could choose not to be PvP And if you wanted to do that, then you had to kind of restrict yourself from attacking other players for a certain duration of time before that PvP flag just dropped off.
Right.
And that brought you out of PvP. So I mean that's a possibility too, if that's the way they wanted to handle it.
It really is. I think so. And going back to what Urban Murder was talking about, I really think that we're going to be able to trade with each other as well. I mean, why not?
Oh, they have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, and I also think that like if the thing that I'm worried about with the multiplayer aspect is if it's a forced thing and you don't necessarily have the choice to be in it or not, and if you can't go into a passive mode, I think that's going to turn a lot of people off. I mean, especially because like, okay, our community is big in the sense that we've got people on PC and PlayStation, but for the most part, the people that are going to be on the Xbox version are going to be people who played PC or have a PlayStation. And then I think people who fall into No Man's Sky, if there's not a choice to pick passive or non-passive, that is going to turn a lot of people off. And then that's where a lot of other bitching is going to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
But, as far as, so we say, well, it's not really fair to people who have been for, the last 2 years because they have all these credits and they have all these awesome ships and they have all the tech and the upgrades and everything. I'm sorry, but that's something that we just have to deal with because even if you were to play a true if you went out and bought World of Warcraft right now and wanted to get on, you'd have the same issues to deal with because you're a brand new player.
Yeah, I agree. And see, the thing is with No Man's Sky, you could go the opposite direction where there's no discovered space and build yourself up and then come into the battleground, whatever you want to call it. So you could completely
I wonder
turn
if
around.
they'll make it like you only to do player versus player in like hostile systems or in at-war systems. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, are there going to be like PvP zone systems or like, neutral areas or?
What I would kind of like to see them do is, I get that we're all on one server and everything, and that's all great. But I think what they should do is they should split the server for people of like, you just want to do PvP, this is the server you join, or this is you want to do PvE, then this is the server you join.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like so you have all the same modes now. You have normal mode, survival, permadeath, and creative. And then when you choose that mode, when you first start the save, then it'll pop up and say, do you want player versus player or player versus environment? So that's how a lot of games do it. It would be a lot of menu choices, but that would give everyone the options, for all the different modes.
It could almost be something as simple as when you click normal, there's a second option that says,
player versus player or player versus environment. Yeah.
Would you then have a PvP save and then a PvE save?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have up to 5 different saves going at the same time, so why not?
Well, you would almost have to, because if you have one single save, then what's to stop someone from going into PvE and just farming the shit out of everything where he has no risk, and then going into PvP?
Well, and that's why I think that the normal mode and the survival mode will be. I think they'll reevaluate the servers, and it's possible they bought a dedicated server. Over the last year, they bought a dedicated server just for normal mode. Maybe they have a dedicated server just for survival.
That's true.
And that's how they're going to handle it. My question is this, and this is what's got me. To what extent are we looking at PvP? I mean, or is it just going to be ship on ship and character on character? What happens if you land your vessel on a planet and there's guys down there that are hunting you and they see your ship? Can they annihilate it? Can they blast it? Can they damage it? What about your base? Can they destroy your base?
We haven't seen any new multi-tools or anything like that yet, and that's something we'll have to see.
Right.
If there is actually going to be sort of combat hand to hand, because there's no ADS, there's no crouching, there's like a lot of first person PvP mechanics that you'd have to implement, otherwise it just wouldn't work in the way it does now, because you'd all be running around hip firing each other.
Each other.
I hope there's that we can melee like punch. Can you imagine we could have like boxing matches inside those glass domes?
That would be amazing. Yeah.
We could have like an actual Thunderdome like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah,
Yeah.
who's gonna be Tina Turner?
Well, and the other
I
question
reckon you'd
have
look nice in a dress, Cobra.
Okay, I'll do it. We'll get Lokar. I think Lokar wears a dress.
Doctor Evil in pink.
So the other question I have is, how are they going to handle the death penalty? You know, like penalty for dying. I mean, do you just come back? And if you come back, where do you spawn at? Do you spawn at your last save point? I remember playing in survival mode, and I was really stupid about it. I just did it. I landed on a planet, didn't have any plutonium as backup, got out. It was hostile sentinels. They killed me. I spawned back at my ship. They killed me again, spawned back at and I was caught in the death loop. I couldn't get out of it.
Oh yeah.
So what happens with PvP? Are they going to have dedicated locations where you'll spawn, so that way it'll give you a chance to kind of regroup and gather, you know, your stuff together, so you can defend yourself if you're attacked again? Or are they going to spawn you right back to your ship where the guy's killing you? You know?
Yeah, I've thought about that. Are they gonna? Is it going to be an incentive to kill? Like, are they going to be able to get units off you that would prevent people from killing just like fresh, or like players that didn't have anything?
You'll probably have to raid their gravestone. You know, as soon as they die, you leave your gravestone and just go over and just pick from it.
Right.
Everyone's all focused kind of on the PvP and the kind of aggressive nature of it. I think that it's going to be a part of it, and you can do it, but it was a very small mention. Sean did focus a lot more on kind of the cooperative multiplayer aspect, and I think that's kind of what Hello's focus probably will have been, given the game that we play at the moment and the way the community plays together, and then taking cues from that. That's where my focus would have been if I had been in Hello. You know,
that's a good point. Totally. There's going to be both, right? And I think that there's going to be a lot more incentive to co-op than there is to PvP, because you mentioned complex colonies spread across multiple planets, which I think is a hint to hubs. And I think it's going to be more fun to work with each other than it is to try and do something PvP-ish. I don't think there's going to be much of a reward.
Because he literally said, and if you want to be that guy, then yeah, you could, but that was the tiniest mention out of everything he said. And he seemed much more excited about the other kind of aspect of it. And I think we all should be as well, because I think that's probably where we're going to all have the most fun, really, rather than it'd be cool to go and have space battles and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be an awesome thing. But ultimately, for longevity and replay value, it would be about kind of the cooperative aspect of multiplayer that you're going to get the most out of in the long run.
Look,
do you guys remember the Black Mirror episode that Wake and Titan had referenced back 6 months ago or whatever?
Yes.
I mean, that's down to how I see that Star Trek-y feel of the squads are going to be 5 or 6 people in a ship together. Someone's going to have to
exactly.
make the decision of where they're going, what monster we're going to go kill, or what we're going to go mine, or
He did. Okay, that's an interesting thought. I mean, if you look at that, and he got his inspiration from No Man's Sky, right? He mentioned that. But if you watch that episode, I got more of a Star Trek feeling than No Man's Sky. I mean, so I wonder if there's something in that episode that we weren't thinking of, as far as the multiplayer, going down the away teams and stuff like they did in there. If you could go back and rewatch that and be like, oh, next, okay, all right.
So like the away teams, when and that's got me curious too. Are you going to have group specific content, or what happens if you're not in a group? Can you still do that same content?
Probably.
I think it will scale with the number of people, because it's 2 to 4 co-op. That would be, you could make the challenges harder, or you could have more enemy ships depending on the amount of people in that situation, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine a pirate fight that you only could do with a group of 4 people? It would be too hard to do by yourself.
Massive sentinel ship battle things.
It's almost like a raid.
The only thing that I would bring up is if there's multiple people on one ship, what would be the extent of each player's job on that ship? You can already fly and shoot by yourself, why would you need 3 other people on your
If you had,
ship?
if you had turrets, if you had
wanted
one
it.
person on turrets, one person that steers, and one person on engines that controls speed, very similar to Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves.
Yeah.
You know?
But not only that, as well, Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Right.
If I don't know if anyone's seen anything like that, but essentially you've got the captain, the guy in charge of telecommunications, the guy in charge of the the warp stuff, and if you watch that stuff, they're essentially just 4 guys in a room sat next to terminals, and they're having the most fun. And I think like something like that would be incredible. Like it sounds
Right.
crazy, but you need to watch some of that content, because I think it would that kind of hints at what Sean meant by the Star Trek stuff. I think that kind of gives you a good indication of what we're likely to see when it comes to, especially when it comes to the multi-crew ship kind of aspects of what the gameplay could be like.
He was, they also mentioned Battlestar. If you think about what Battlestar Galactica was, it was a bunch of guys on a bunch of people on a freighter, and when there was a battle, ships would shoot out of the side of the freighter and go into battle. Those types of epic.
Man.
That would almost make more sense to me than just one person sitting on a module shooting a turret. Like if you have your freighter or whatever, and then all right, let's all go jump on our fighters and go fight. That would make more sense.
Well, he did say wingman, didn't he? He specifically said you can be a wingman, and that's the only way you can be a wingman is if you're flying alongside someone else.
So even like I am a new
gonna
player. Like even if I had somebody filling my my shields when I'm fighting, it'd be so much easier if I could just focus on the fight,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and if you remember some of the video
Game modes in
content
the
that,
chat. Wow.
if you
Sorry.
remember some of the, that's okay. If you remember some of the video content that we watched in the old build right before the initial launch, on several occasions it would show like 3 ships flying together in formation like a squad, and then it would show another ship fly in behind it and join that squad. It was a 4-man team.
Very true.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer of the group, but the thing is like I've heard a lot of people like reference old stuff from like the old commercials and promo videos and stuff like that. But it's like, how much is the game like that now? Like it's changed even a lot from like what Sean Murray did when he was playing on that random planet he supposedly found.
Right. Yeah.
But
At the same time, I think it looks better. It looks a lot better than it did back then. A lot of people don't agree with it.
It does. It does look better. There's no question.
Absolutely.
People keep saying,
updated.
I want my E3 planets. And I'm like, no, they look better.
Like I said earlier, I thought I had mods installed.
I've got to put it out there, but it makes me angry when people say the E3 build, because no one played that game. No one touched that game. Like we all saw like a trailer of a stylized version of what we were likely to see. Yeah, and the animals don't react.
It was years before it was actually finished.
Yeah, exactly. It was a concept. It's concept art, effectively, a moving concept art. It's the dream, and like you can't really get that much closer with a procedurally generated engine than we actually have right now. Yeah, it can be tidied up,
right?
But ultimately, we've got to be realistic, and we've got an incredible game. Like, please don't use that term anymore, anyone, because it's so frustrating. Like the E3 build. There is no such thing as an E3 build. It doesn't exist. It was a trailer.
Semtex is triggered.
Yes. Every time someone says it, it's like someone punches me right in the balls. I'm sorry.
So, I didn't mean to trigger you, buddy, but I think the only... I apologize, man.
It's cool. It's cool.
We got everybody in the chat saying they want E3 planets.
Well, hopefully in 2 weeks or so we'll have new E3 planets.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So just for the record, I wanted to say that I do agree with Cobra. I think the game does look graphically, visually better. I think the reason why people refer to E3 is because there's stuff in that, even though it was a trailer, it was presented as a trailer, there's stuff in that currently, as far as assets go, we don't have. And those assets still exist in the coding of the program. they're just not active.
Right.
And I
And
think that's why
it's
people
more
play.
than likely.
I don't know. Maybe
if
you
they
just haven't
take
been
it-
to that planet yet.
This is it. Could exist out there. There are 18 quintillion of them, and no one's been to all of them yet. So no one can say that everyone's been everywhere and it's all been seen. Everyone said that Diplos and the dinosaurs didn't exist, and then like literally 2 days later, someone posted screenshots of like
Yeah.
massive dinosaurs,
Oh,
and everyone
yeah.
was like, "Oh, actually, you know,
I
It's like, come on, guys,
So,
we've got
okay.
to be realistic."
So an example would be this: on one of the planets, it was desolate, right? And there was this portal that you could walk through. Now we have portals in the game, but the portal in that game literally had no load screen. You walked through the portal, and you were
Yeah.
on a desolate planet, and you ended up in this lush world, right? And
Right.
there was no load. That's programmatically. I don't want to say it's
It's
in the game,
PlayStation 5 material.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
possible. No, it's possible. They do it in Boundless.
Rayrod's mod does it as well.
No, the game Boundless. Like
Yeah,
if you build,
but that's so much simpler textures. You know, it's a whole.
I think a
Well-
lot of it too, like the E3 or the early trailers, like it's kind of similar to when you see like the sample videos that phone manufacturers put out. They're on
I
gimbals,
was
or they're
gonna
like
say that,
slowed
yeah.
down, or there's production value there. And then you get some kid that uploads a video to YouTube and is bouncing all over the place, and could be it's prettied up because it was selling the game, but that's just my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. It's a stylized. It's a stylized ideal of what the experience you were likely to kind of have. And in fairness, it is exactly what we get. We walk around planets. We do see animals walking around. We do, but it's not that stylized kind of spoon-fed. Exactly that experience, because you don't get the animals exact in that way because they were triggered by controls. Even Cobra said it before. It was that they actually had a list of the keys they were pressing to actually prompt those things to happen in the trailer. You can't have that experience when it's in like a real time and it's all done procedurally. It can't be that intelligent. You're looking at like quantum computing for all of that to like actually work, aren't you? It's insane.
Right. Guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it today. We're gonna stream again on Saturday. Yeah, today's Thursday. Tomorrow will be. Wait, is today Friday or Thursday? Thursday. Okay, I don't know where I'm at, but yeah. Okay, so Saturday. I got to take my daughter. My daughter is going to be going on a date with her boyfriend, and I have yes. So I got to drive them to the movie theater.
Bros, go and tell him off if he does something naughty.
I would be so scared.
So yeah,
Cobra?
I got to take care of that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. We'll be back Saturday for another live subcast. And I guess I'll see you guys there. All the people that are in the waiting room, the Atlas 102.5 FM waiting room, I will be there again on Saturday. I know there's a lot of people over there. A lot of people. And we did that after party. That was a freaking mess. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. But nobody could hear anybody. So we got to figure out a better way to do the after party. I don't know what that way is, but we'll figure it out. But everybody stay safe. Thank you so much for coming on the show, guys. Bruce Cooper, don't stop.
Hey,
keep
man,
going, dude.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Go ahead again real quick. Why is Jacob going nuts in the chat? Jacob is Gator Productions, the guy that was I love Jacob. I don't know why he's blowing in the microphone. Jacob, we're ending the show, buddy. Real quick,
Hey,
Bruce Cooper, go ahead, spit out your Twitter again, or Twitch.
Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Bruce Cooper.
Okay. All right.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem, dude. Yes, Curtis.
I was just gonna say before I hang up, Buddy, thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure.
Or yesterday, I think it was. You tried to get me on, and for whatever reason, I was having major malfunctions. I just couldn't connect, so apologize.
That's okay. Don't apologize, man. We have technical difficulties every time we stream here on Cobra TV. Every single time. It wouldn't be Cobra TV without it. So, all right, guys. Everybody take care. Stay safe and come
you
back
later,
next
Cobra.
time, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you ever so much for the shout out as well, Cobra, at the beginning of the video. That was super kind of you, man. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, dude. No problem, buddy. Thank you.
Later.
All right.
Peace.
Bye,
gents.
everybody.
Bye.
You know about me and what I am, so let's get right to the point. Remember, I know what happens next. Next, 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 next.
What does it mean? I can see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can see the crimson eye. Luke 16. No matter how hard I try. What does it mean? I can see the crimson eye.
Our demise is upon us, traveler. Prophecies have foretold the destruction of our universe. I encourage all travelers, interlopers, nomads to repent our sins and embrace each other in this trying